There is exactly one thing a manipulator fears more than being exposed. It's being completely ignored. Today, you will learn how to starve a toxic mind. Toxicity cannot survive in a vacuum. A manipulator's mind is exactly like a parasite. It desperately needs your emotional reaction to feed, to grow, and to survive. If you show anger, they win the game. If you show sadness, they win the game. If you try to logically explain your side to them, they still win. Cut off the emotional food supply entirely and watch them wither into nothing. This is the absolute zero emotion strategy. Emotional vampires do not produce their own positive energy. They are completely hollow inside, filled only with deep-rooted insecurity, self-hatred, and chaotic noise. To feel powerful, to feel like they matter in this world, they must actively steal your peace. They do this by manufacturing endless, exhausting crises. They start senseless arguments over absolutely nothing. They play the helpless victim to induce guilt in your heart. They use calculated, passive-aggressive remarks to find and violently exploit your deepest weak spots. They are constantly casting a line, fishing for a reaction. Any reaction. The zero emotion strategy is about actively, consciously refusing to take the bait, no matter how tempting or insulting it looks. It is about becoming an unyielding, impenetrable gray rock that offers absolutely no nourishment to the predator. When a highly toxic person tries to trigger you, your internal biological alarm bells will ring violently. Your nervous system will flood with adrenaline. Your instinct will scream at you to defend your honor, to correct their blatant lies, to set the record straight so you don't look like a fool. You must aggressively, forcefully override this primitive instinct. Flatten your affect completely. Make your voice perfectly monotonous, entirely devoid of any pitch, rhythm, or melody. Remove every single micro-expression from your face. Become a blank canvas. Become a machine. Respond with statements that give them absolutely nothing to work with. When they hurl a deeply personal insult at you, reply with a flat, "I see." When they accuse you of something utterly ridiculous, look them in the eye and say, "Okay." When they try to drag you into a chaotic, loud debate, say, "That is your perspective." Notice the deliberate architecture of these phrases. These are not agreements. You are not saying they are right. You are not validating their delusion. You are simply building solid iron walls that their words cannot penetrate. You are giving them a smooth, frictionless surface with no handles for them to grab onto. Understand the exact psychological sequence of what happens when you flawlessly implement the zero emotion strategy. At first, the toxic mind will panic deeply. They are experiencing literal, chemical withdrawal from the drama and adrenaline you usually provide them. Because their primary tactic is failing, they will try much, much harder to provoke you. They might say the most deeply offensive, unforgivable things imaginable just to get a single spark of anger from your eyes. They will try to recruit flying monkeys, friends or colleagues, to attack you on their behalf. They will play the victim harder and louder than ever before. You must hold the line. This is the Crucible. This is where champions are forged. If you give in now, if you finally snap, lose your temper, and scream at them, you teach them a very dangerous, permanent lesson. You teach them that extreme, escalated abuse is the exact key to unlocking your attention. You show them the exact price of your peace. You must remain a ghost in the machine. Starving a toxic mind requires brutal, relentless, almost sociopathic discipline. It means you cannot complain about them to your friends over drinks, because that is still giving them your valuable energy. It means you must stop analyzing their bizarre behavior late at night, trying to figure out why they are the way they are. They are not a complex psychological puzzle to be solved. They are simply a virus to be quarantined. You must redirect every single ounce of energy you used to spend worrying about them, fearing them, or hating them, back into building your own empire. When they finally, truly realize the well is completely dry, when they deeply understand that no amount of manipulation, no amount of screaming, and no amount of guilt-tripping will ever extract another single drop of emotion from you, they will pack up their bags and move on. They have to. They have no choice. A parasite cannot survive on a cold stone. You have not defeated them in a screaming match. You have done something much worse, much more devastating. You have made them utterly irrelevant. You have starved them into complete non-existence.